Hello, everybody. It's been a bit of a empty week as we didn't get the patch we were expecting, especially I was expecting. I had my videos before planned out, and then Wednesday didn't happen. I was like, I got nothing. So what did I do? In the meantime, I exploited the crap out of Ares missions. I mean, it's not really an exploit, it's just something they need to fix. And that's obviously the same thing they had with thumpers. In the beginning, people would just make squads of thumpers and then go off in different parts of the world and each do their own thumper. Everyone would get experience, everyone would get the resources, everyone would get credit for everything without even helping each other out. Then they fixed that. No, it doesn't work. Then they did Ares missions and they have forgot to do the same thing. Now we've got teams just going out doing everything. Just doing everything, and you get insane amount of XP. Let me break down the XP differences for you in the different difficulties for Ares missions. Threat level 1, you'll probably get about 3 to 4,000 XP. Level 2, about 6,000 XP. Level 3, about 10,000 XP. Level 4, about 14 to 15,000 XP. And then level 5 is 20 to 25,000 experience. That's ridiculous. Not to mention, you get bonus XP for actually doing objectives yourself. That's singular XP that only you get. So you do get bonus experience for actually participating in the event, but the general experience you get from the high level events is pretty crazy. So I found this out like last Saturday or Sunday when I logged on late at night, and I was like, okay, what can I do? I can do Ares missions. Like, I can start farming. I need to work on my classes, get them all filled out so that I can unlock all my I need to unlock all the frames, basically. That's my big goal for before open beta. I want to unlock all the frames, especially since they said all that new experience stuff I don't want to bother with for when you unlock new frames next patch. So I want to get all that done. So I logged in, and this guy said, "Hey, I'm doing an Ares mission group. If you want to join, that way." I was like, yes, that means I can get my weaker classes, get them done, like Raptor or, I don't know, Engineer, or something that doesn't really do well in Ares missions, but can farm them anyways. So, I joined that, and the guy says, okay, split up. I was like, what? No, what are you doing? And so we started splitting up, and all of us worked really hard to solo Ares missions by ourselves all over the map. And after about 45 minutes, I realized I had gained 400,000 experience. I was like, holy shit. All right, I need to switch frames because I'm already done with this one. I've already filled it out to the blue section. Up to the blue section. I was just like, whoa. This works. So for like the next 2 days, I worked on that because I was just like, I gotta get this done before the patch comes out. And so here's my reward. Load. As you can see, every one of my classes, or every one of my frames is all filled out up to the blue before you start getting to those class specific items that you have to build that cost a lot of freaking resources and a lot of experience too. It's like 300, 600,000. So that's like almost 1,000,000 XP for each thing. That's a lot. Except for these two. Dragonfly and Nighthawk are the last two classes for me to unlock. And I just got them. So I'm still working on them. But everything else is all filled up to the blue, and I have 14 accord points still ready to go for when the new things come out. And I'm super excited. I wanted to make sure that I have everything ready so that I'm always prepared to go ahead and buy the next frame, especially since I want to cover PvP so in depth. I want to be able to make sure I can go into testing, I can go to a custom match and look at all the damage specifically so that this time when I do guides for you guys, I get all my information 100% correct and there was no mistaking. Just so everyone's clear, that way I appease the people that are looking for just flat out information and appreciate the guides like they have been. Thank you guys so much for that. And then the nitpickers that found problems with my guides but didn't tell me what was wrong with them, they won't leave off in a huff and then just not explain themselves. But either way, it will make people happy, which is good. And now I'm ready for Jetball, which is fantastic. But as you also may notice, something I accomplished just yesterday was thanks to all the Ares missions, I've got a shit ton of resources. And because of previous farming techniques that were available, I had all the DNA crap done, and I was able to craft my first melding anomaly neutralizer. And then I got that done Tuesday. And so I signed up for Bane Busters, and I was able to get my brain bucket just last night with Bane Busters team. And man, I always enjoy doing their little thing because they're so well organized, yet they have so much fun with it. It's crazy. It's that real style of organized raiding. Even though it's not that hard of a boss, they take it super seriously. And because it can be easily ruined, and I can't wait to see what they come up with in future content when more of these types of things happen in the world.
I am detecting dozens of Chosen. Maybe using this as a staging area. Transhub has been warning about Chosen moving in
up, Arrow. You are not a part of this.
Looks like a continuation of that.
All right, so yes, look at my glorious brain bucket from the back view. Now it's true, I can't wait for a Warpaint to fully go with the entire everything, so I can't wait for my weapons to be customized. I want to see how they turn out. Let's see. And as you can see, yeah, look how many resources I have. I have like 15,000 of everything at least, except for Radine. That's the thing I'm probably gonna do before the patch, is just go thump Radine like crazy. Because now that I have everything leveled up, I don't care what frame I'm using. So I'm just gonna go back to my Bastion finally, and show it some appreciation. Oh. So I'm going to explain a few things about the melding anomaly neutralizer, just for anyone who's interested in getting the brain bucket before open beta, or by open beta. It doesn't really matter. I don't think Bane Claw is going to change too much by open beta. But then again, I don't really know about that. So, these two raw resources, this is basically everything I farmed from last night's Bane Claw runs. But just so you know, you get like 50,000 resources for the Bane Claw kill that you get when you're the one who deployed the man, or melding anomaly neutralizer. So there's a lot of resources in this that were mainly from that run specifically, but after that you still get about 1500 to 2,000 resources for each Baneclaw run, just as a spectator, or just as a damage dealer. So let's see most of the profits. I wasn't able to get all of it in because it was like 8 to 15,000 resources of each type, and I could only get 12 out of 15 in. So I wasn't able to get everything in. So let's see what this is. Claim items. All right, so that is, holy cow. So 6 times, I'd say around 8,000. That's about 50,000 resources right there. And this one took even longer. Holy shit. I'd say it's about, yeah, about 11,000.
Do you see that? Unseen.
Or
Some kind of weather
yeah,
effect?
10,000.
Seems
So
showing.
about 60,000
It's not
resources on this
natural.
one.
Reading a strong melding signature.
And how much do I have left to refine? Too much. Any big numbers?
Do you see that? Unseen.
Big.
Some kind of weather
numbers.
effect?
6,000.
Seems showing. It's not natural. Reading a strong melding signature.
8,000. I'll take that. It's 5,000. Okay, I think that's the end of our big numbers. Let's go back to the top and start getting these blues done.
Okay, let's get her done. Won't take a sec.
Ah, that feels good. Holy cow, look how many resources I gained. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to actually start crafting. It's gonna be so much fun. But yeah, so how do you craft your man? I will post a link in the description below on how to craft a man using the resources that they are, resources and names that they're using right now. Banebusters put a new guide up on a website, and I'll post that for you guys in the description. So it's under consumables. Melding anomaly neutralizer. You have to craft this empty melding. The cool thing is, yeah, it's all this. 110,000. Jesus. The cool thing is, after you use your man, you get to keep the empty melding anomaly neutralizer. It gives you another one. So when you have to craft another man for future Baneclaw runs, you only have to craft the encapsulated super melding cell. I was wondering how they were able to get their mans rebuilt so fast. But there's also a few things you need to farm. Well, you get 50,000 resources back for using your man and destroying Baneclaw successfully, which is good because this, like, each of these nozzles cost about 10,000 each, so that's 30,000 resources probably to build this side. Yeah, about 30,000 resources. But you also have to have these corrupted DNAs. And you build those with refining process, DNA processing, the cellular profiling, piezoelectric lysis, and smart matter digestion. You get these from melted muscle tissue, melted blood samples, and melted gall cell smear. Ugh. Sounds gross. So, like, key items that you can't really do anything with except to build the man that you get from farming the melding. So there's a lot of that you have to do, and I did a lot of that before. But so I had like 1,500 of these, about 350 of these, and about 70 of these. Now, what this means, refining these, you have to get 75. Each time you refine these, you get 5 or 6 of the items that you need. So you refine 20, you get 5. You refine 100, you get 5, or you refine 5 and you get 5. So in the end, you need 75 of each. So I need 2 more to be able to craft another one of those. I need 140, so I have enough for that. And then I need 700, so I have enough of that. Actually, wait, no. 100. Oh, I need like... Well, I need like 1,200. So I need way more of these, apparently. Good lord. So I'd obviously have to farm quite a bit to be able to craft my next man. Besides just resources. So there's a lot you have to work for. But other than that, it's not terrible. It takes about a day to craft, or it takes longer than a day to craft because the final crafting stage takes 24 hours. But I already got my money. I already got my crystite back. All the crystite I spent, I already got it back. That's crazy. So that makes me happy. And that's about it. I just want to tell you how my progress is going and what I'm doing to get prepared for this upcoming patch. I think my next stage is like I want to look at Jetball, and I'm obviously going to look at a lot of the PvP that's coming up because that's where all the focus is going to be for the next couple of months. They've got this new content patch coming out. Everyone's going to be really happy about PvE, and then they're going to stress test it with open beta servers. But we really need to focus on PvP and getting that, and start working on balance changes, start working on actual esports metas, all that fun stuff. So by the time we get to open beta, people are able to come in and say, okay, what is Jetball? What do I need to do? And how am I best prepared to do that with what I have at the beginning? So I think my next step is to make 2 guides. I feel just because I'm really centered around making guides, I'm going to make an introduction to Firefall guide, not based on how to play Firefall, but what is probably one of the some of the best frames to start out with in Firefall, and why specifically that is, like down to the very nitty-gritty data that you're going to get. What's going to be a safe bet for new players to experience the world and have a lot of fun with it without dying too much, getting lost, or just not being useful later on. So, cool things to look at. And then my next guide is definitely going to be the same kind of thing with Jetball. As a new player, I've gotten a few things down in PvE. I've gotten the mechanics down. I'm running around, jump jetting, everything. How do I enter Jetball and have fun? Like, are there any classes that fall off? Are there any classes that are just ridiculous right now, and I might be even forced to play those things just because they're so dominant. We don't know. We haven't played it. Obviously, there's a lot of things to think about when deciding that, but I'll try to get those up very soon, soon after the patch, and then of course expect a big recap of the new patch when it comes out. I've got all these materials. I'm ready to craft, guys. Not specifically new gear. I don't really care about new gear. Like, I barely have anything crafted on any of these characters, but I'm able to complete anything. So, unless something really makes me craft new gear, but like Baneclaw, I had to craft new abilities for it. Yeah, that's fine. That's kind of pretty. I had to craft new abilities for it. That's fine. I want the game to challenge me like that. I want the game to say you need to at least have this gear to progress through this part. But the game hasn't shown that to me, so I haven't bothered. I'm just stockpiling up like a gigantic greedy bastard of all my purples and blues that came way beforehand. And so I'm ready to see content challenge me. But crafting the new things that you need to get into the new content, I'm going to get right on that, craft it as soon as possible, and try to get those beautiful new areas to you guys ASAP. Because I'm excited. And I'm ready for a change. This is good. This is good. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'm not sure if this is really informative. This is more of a, I'm so sorry that there's nothing for content this week. And I hope you guys stay tuned next week, especially, and the week after that, for all this new stuff I'm going to have for you guys. And trying to get new people involved with this channel, with the new player guides, and hopefully maybe you guys learn something too. But thank you again for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to click the like, subscribe buttons below for future content on Firefall. And I'll see you next time.